Coming up on CTV News, a highlight of the final ASCSU debate and campaign highlights, and an in-depth look at one campaign that aims at innovation geared towards students. Plus, Ramride is about to reach a huge milestone this week. All this and more on CTV News.
Tension filled the Laurie Student Center Theater last night for the ASCSU presidential debate, where candidates were challenged on multiple platforms of their campaigns. Welcome to CTV Tonight. I'm Stephanie Walters.
And I'm Bryn Carmen. Thanks for tuning in. The debate focused on issues regarding ASCSU visibility on campus, senator retention, as well as each candidate's overall impact on the CSU community. The Green campaign stressed their campaign and how it is designed to serve the CSU community, while the GIN campaign promised to complete all of its goals in 1 year. After 2 hours of debate, the floor was opened up to an audience for Q&A session, where the Corona campaign raised questions of personal issues regarding Alex Corona's behavior in an online gaming matter. He said he was willing to discuss this issue at a different time. Badhesha and Lyle focused on their diversity and how it's unlike any other campaign. You can watch coverage of the debate on our CTV YouTube channel, CTV News 11, and CTV will provide updates as the campaigns come to a close.
Deep Badhesha and Naomi Lyle are running for president and vice president for ASCSU. CTV reporter Carson Bush-Jost has the story.
My name's Deep.
My name's Naomi.
Innovation geared towards you is the slogan for Deep Badhesha and Naomi Lyle. The two want to innovate ASCSU so the students see a change in the university they want. The candidates have a multitude of over 30 different platforms, including discount shuttles to DIA, off-campus housing reviews, and keeping student fees low.
Another thing that we're really passionate about is making sure that our student fees stop increasing at the rate that they are. So when I first got here, my student fees were about $860, and now in this next year they'll be more than $1,000. And I just want to make sure that whenever student fees come our way through SFRB, that we make sure that the students are behind those student fees and have those student endorsement signatures.
Feasibility is another asset their campaign runs on. They agree their 30-plus platforms could all be done within the year.
There's no question about it. It's all about hard work. The Undie Run, I'm actually taking it on this year, so it's going to be run by me personally this year and hopefully ASCSU next year. The homecoming celebration, I already sit on a committee for homecoming, so I think that's definitely feasible.
The two differ in regard that Deep has been very involved with ASCSU, doing things such as Ram leadership and being on the executive branch, as well as even being a handler for Cam the Ram, while Naomi has not been as deeply connected with ASCSU, but instead has been involved in residence life, including being president of the National Residencies Hall Honorary, and she sits on the cabinet for the Residence Hall Association. When asked what makes them different from other candidates, they said their externality of ASCSU is their biggest advantage.
We have done a lot of outside of ASCSU, whether that be Greek life or residence life or any of the things that we've done have really made our leadership strong and really given us those leadership credentials.
As for the candidates, they just have one more thing to say.
So vote April 7th, 8th, and 9th, next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on RamWeb.
As ASCSU campaigns are coming to an end, it's encouraged for all students to vote next week so the full student voice is heard. Remember that you can vote on campus or on your RamWeb account.
Fundraising for the on-campus stadium is currently not meeting the money that it promised. President Tony Frank admitted to students in a meeting that the campaign has raised less than half of the original $110 million that was privately funded. This money was supposed to be raised by this time. President Frank said fundraising is going much slower than expected. But this does not mean that the stadium will not be built. The stadium is currently in the design stage, and Frank hopes that the process will be completed this summer. CTV will continue to bring stadium updates as we know more information.
A male CSU student has been arrested on 2 counts of second-degree burglary and 2 counts of trespassing. Fort Collins police correspondent Rita Davis said the male is accused of breaking and entering and stealing women's underwear. The suspect has not been found guilty in trial. Fort Collins police and CTV want to remind everyone to remember to be safe, especially as the weather warms up. Remember to shut and lock your windows at night. Lock your doors before you go to bed and install 1-inch deadbolt locks. If you feel the need to increase your security even further, install outdoor lights and keep them on overnight. If you have any safety concerns or feel unsafe, do not hesitate to contact the Fort Collins police. Choice Organics is opening next week as the first recreational marijuana store in Larimer County. The store hopes to open its doors to recreational users next Wednesday, but has one final building inspection to pass. It's currently 8 o'clock and temperatures are quite a bit cooler than we have been seeing recently.
Absolutely, and Jackie Wilson is on the weather deck with a few updates for us. Jackie, how are things looking?
Guys, we saw a major cool down overnight that actually brought snow into the mountains and part of the foothills. Luckily, we didn't get any of the white stuff here in Fort Collins, but we did see cooler temperatures and a slight bit of rain dampening our lawns this morning. Let's take a look at tonight's lows. We're going to be seeing 20s all along the I-25 corridor. Of course, we're mostly concerned with this 27 we're going to be seeing tonight here in Fort Collins. And guys, these cool temperatures are just going to stick around for a few days. I'll be right back to show you what to expect next week.
All right, thanks, Jackie. The Summit on College is having major parking issues, and they're having problems trying to solve it.
And OtterBox is expanding into Old Town. CTV got an inside look at the new space. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right back after the break.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back, Rams. I've just got to say, I really thought we'd be coming out of this cold weather, warm weather roller coaster Colorado has been riding this past month. But it looks like we're not quite in the clear yet. Earlier this week, it was beautiful and sunny, and now we're dipping into lower, even snowy weather yet again. Right outside the studio now, we're seeing about 38 degrees, and it's having a little bit of a wind chill, bringing us down to about 31, and that wind speed is about 10 to 16 miles an hour coming from the north and northwest. And these temperatures are going to flow nicely into tomorrow's highs. You can see we're seeing mid-50s here in Fort Collins. Our lowest temperature tomorrow is going to be here in Vail, sitting at about 38 degrees. And over in the southeastern portion of the state, Lamar, you can see here we're going to be in the 60s. So that'll be the warmest portion of the state. Although some of us were disappointed to see that snow-rain mix last night and this morning, the precipitation is much needed in our dry Colorado climate. So let's take a look at our precipitation forecast over the next 36 hours. As you can see, Fort Collins here just narrowly escaped that snow and rain mix. We just saw a little bit of that in the morning, but we aren't quite in the clear. In this little patch here, you can see that we have more of a chance of precipitation moving northward later this week. And we're in for a nice upswing also. Let me show you the 7-day forecast. As you can see, like I said, we're going to be in the mid-50s for tomorrow. We are going to see some cloudy skies throughout the week. Saturday and Sunday is where you're going to see that 20% chance of precipitation. But it's going to be in the 50s, so that's going to be just rain, no real snow worries there. Sunday's going to be our cloudiest day, and as we move along through the week, we're going to be seeing warmer and warmer temperatures. 51 on Monday, 63 on Tuesday, and a high of 71. That's right, 71 on Wednesday. Thursday, we also are seeing high 60s, so it's going to be a wonderful time to just get out and enjoy some sunshine, take a break from your classes, maybe get some rays. That's all I've got for you tonight, Rams. Remember to tune into CTV News every Thursday, where I'll keep you posted on the most recent weather updates. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jackie. The Summit on College Apartments is still struggling to find a solution to their lack of parking. Their proposal to build a parking garage is being met with multiple appeals. There are separate appeals to have been made in the county clerk's office. One part of the appeals focuses on the violation of the intent of the Summit on College. While this was approved as a transit-oriented housing development that relies on residents using the new max transit system. Therefore, a parking garage would not encourage people to use public transportation. 3 people who filed the appeals own businesses or buildings in the area next to the Summit. These appeals will be dealt with in the coming months. Check back with CTV for further updates.
OtterBox unveils their latest facility called Canyon Place this Tuesday. The company worked with Blue Ocean Enterprises, designing a space that embodies the OtterBox brand. From open spaces to glass walls, each floor creates a bright, inviting workspace. Throughout the building, you will find chalk pillars, allowing for individuals to construct and collaborate whenever inspiration strikes.
This is when we set out to make this building with Blue Ocean, one of the things that we really wanted was to have a building that the community could be proud of. It's a landmark building. It's a legacy building that will
This space will house up to 260 employees, mainly from product development, supply chain, and engineering.
Ramride was established in 2003 and has now grown to the largest safe ride home program in the nation. Ramride is about to hit 200,000 rides, and to celebrate this huge accomplishment, they had a Volunteer Appreciation Day. Ramride is the largest safe ride home program in the nation, and yesterday they celebrated Volunteer Appreciation Day.
Nightly operation, we have anywhere from 44 to 46 volunteers. So really we deal with upwards of 2,000 volunteers each semester. That's why also today we're taking the time to appreciate all of those volunteers, because really the volunteers are the backbone of Ramride, and without them we wouldn't be able to be the largest safe ride program in the nation with our 19 fleet.
Ramride gives approximately 1,300 free, safe, and non-judgmental rides home each weekend of operation.
I think it's a great service. I think it's an awesome thing that CSU provides to its students.
In the coming weeks, Ramride will hit the huge milestone of giving 200,000 safe rides home.
And we've been tracking our ride count and making sure that we're projecting when 200,000 rides will hit so we can celebrate it with the students in the community.
If you are interested in volunteering for Ramride, you can visit www.ram.colostate.edu. If you ever need a safe ride home, you can call 970-491-3333. Patrick Enslow is now here. Patrick, I can't believe it's time for baseball.
I know. It'd be even better if the Rockies could win a game.
Yes.
But the Rockies are already getting ready for their home opener this Friday. After the break, I'll tell you how all the other sports are doing.
That sounds great.
We'll be right back after the break. It was still in there.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it. Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
News in men's basketball, true freshman point guard David Cohn will leave the team as he was granted his request to transfer. In his freshman campaign, Cohn averaged 3.9 points in 15 minutes per game. The three-star recruit from Chicago started the season hot, but down the stretch, Cohn's minutes diminished as Carlton Hurst's play improved. Cohn's absence opens up one more scholarship for the Rams for their 5 signed recruits for next season. From the hardwood to the diamond, the winning ways continue for the Rams softball team after beating UNC yesterday 6-5 in extra innings. This win gives the Rams their 4th consecutive victory after being down 4-0 in the second inning. The Rams came back by scoring a run in each of the next 3 innings, including a solo home run by Ashley Ortega in the 4th inning. In the 8th inning, it came down to small ball as Jaylene Manzares bunted Chelsea Bigelow to second base, setting the table for Kenner Butterfield, who hit a walk-off single to win it for the Rams. The Rams softball homestand continues as they play 3 games series against UTEP this weekend. And in other sporting news, the track and field team will head to Greeley to compete in the Tom Bench Invitational. Last week's Mountain West Athlete of the Week, Trevor Brown, looks to further his success as he competes in 2 hurdling events. Kia Hicks in the hammer throw looks to build on her success from last weekend as she threw the 2nd longest distance in CSU history. Even better news for you Ram football fans, the Rocky Mountain Showdown will be moved to August 29th, 2014, which is a Friday, giving you an opportunity to go to events like Tour de Fat, so get your schedule ready, Rams.
A very dedicated CSU student and Ram fan has transformed his motorcycle to show his Ram pride. Rick Potter is a master's student in the Geosciences program. He commutes to Fort Collins every day from Denver and rides his bike when the weather is nice. The modifications that Rick has made include custom Rams head side cover, a custom Rams head speedometer, and a CSU logo windshield, and many more. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight on CTV News.
Have a great night.